Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator and a brand new bush trip. It's the last of the new 5. It's Discover Norway. In this magnificent flight tour of Norway, you'll feast your eyes on an incredible range of inspiring, exhilarating sights. You'll fly past massive shearward fjords, ranges of glacial carved beaks, and some of the world's greatest feats of architecture, both modern and centuries old. You'll experience these thrilling sights in a sporty Beechcraft Bonanza G36, an ideally suited aircraft for this unforgettable Nordic adventure. It's 2,232 kilometers, 7 hours. It's a big one. 14 legs. We're going from Gardermoen, Oslo to Sorkjosen, and the first one's Gardermoen to Gulnap. Let's go. Here we are, new plane. Apparently we're climbing right now, according to the altimeter. That's interesting. Did already have a crash to desktop while this was loading, so going well. Norway bush trip going well. And Microsoft and Asobo, this update is trash. As I mentioned in the previous... Oh, we've got a plane that actually has retractable wheels for once. Alright, we want 206 for 6 minutes 23. Yeah, I've had like 5 or 6 crashes since this new update, and before that, not a single one for an entire year, so... Come on, Asobo, get it together. Intility Arena. Take off from Oslo Airport and head south-southwest for 18.8 nautical miles, and you'll fly over Intility Arena, a beautiful, modern sports station. Did I say station? Stadium. Stadium. Alright, let's try and figure out where the trim on this plane is best. Might be a bit much. Norway. Norway's going to be much hillier than the others. Well, let's hope. And it's a much longer trip as well, so there might be a lot to see. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and good, there's a yellow bar on the speed. That's what we want. Hated that plane where the second you went 5 knots faster than cruising speed, the mission ended because you apparently blew up the plane. Try -3. Getting us to the right zone of speed, roughly. What a nice little zippy aircraft. I've never flown this one before, I don't think. Got a compactness to it that I'm finding endearing. Let's try and just keep it level manually and then worry about the trim. Oh, actually, once we're at basically level, how fast are we going? So maybe we go down to 90% power, because we want it more 170 than 180. Oh wow, the purple line's working again. Oh well, I was getting used to not using the purple line. It's actually pointing at 206. It must have just been because I got the update while I was doing Finland that the purple line just stopped working for that bush trip. I think maybe even point -4%. There we go there. Have a look around. Let's see what's going on here. We've got farmlands and towns and all sorts of cool stuff. Airport back behind us. What a cute little plane. Beach something or other, was it? Might have to start using this one. I still like the diamonds though. The diamonds just do it for me. Let's have a look inside. A Beechcraft. Lots of room for everyone. Hope you're enjoying yourself back there, programs. Lovely to see you. Thank you for flying air chats. Another big town here. What are we looking at? Didn't start the clock. Didn't start the clock. So we're looking for an arena. I definitely clicked start. I just didn't check that it registered. I guess it didn't. So let's see. I assume this utility arena is part of Oslo. Look at this quarry dough. Oh, that poor mountain that was just minding its own business that has now been carved up. Oh man. All sorts of buildings and stuff to support the quarries. Warehouses, factories, I guess. Nice. Lakes and reservoirs. What have we got below us here? We've got sort of the Hills District. We've got all big buildings. Look at this. What's going on? All sorts of interesting constructions. Football stadium. Okay, we found our football stadium. We've always got to find it. And there's a church. And we found a church, so we're good. We're good. Every town needs a football stadium and a church. Them's the rules. We eventually ran out of golf courses in Sweden, but maybe we'll see. Maybe Norway does. Norway. That's half Norway, half Sweden. Maybe the Norwegians do golf as well. We'll find out. Anyway, this must be the main part of Oslo. Have we got a large modern sports stadium? That could be some kind of sports complex. We've got football fields all over the place. See, the Norwegians like their football. Alright, so the purple line has told us to move on, so I guess there was a stadium there somewhere. Maybe it was that complex I saw. And we want 246 for 35 seconds. Oslo Opera House. Just to the southwest you'll pass the Oslo Opera House, home of the Norwegian National Opera and Ballet, and one of the most striking feats of modern architecture in the world. Let's see if we can find it. Hello Opera House. Anywhere. Beulah? Don't really know what I'm looking for. You'd think it would be a 3D rendered thing if they're mentioning it. Hello? Opera House? Don't know. Alright, well, purple line has had enough, shown us enough, let's move on. A Royal Palace, 306 degrees for 20 seconds. Turn to the northwest and you'll fly past the Royal Palace, the home of the sitting Norwegian monarch. Will we now? Feel like we're just not in the right spot. Any palaces? Any palaces? No? Oh well. It was there somewhere apparently. I'm sure if you're from Oslo, you know all about it. I don't know what I'm looking for. We now want 235 for 6 minutes 24. Drammen. Turn towards the southwest and fly for 18.8 nautical miles to the port city of Drammen, which boasts a number of spectacular buildings and is set amid a dramatic natural setting. Oh, it better be dramatic. 2:35. Back behind us, see if we can see what might have been the Opera House and the Palace and the sports stadium. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Okay. More soccer reveals. You can't go far in Oslo, obviously, without running into a football field. That's fantastic. 6:24 and we've done... We've done 1 minute. So, you know, a bit of time to sit back and relax on our way to Drammen. Yes, it's got the nice little red houses, as is popular in this part of the world. Sweden didn't have much of that, did it? Denmark certainly did, but Sweden has the red houses as well. Someone was telling me it's because back when all this was first settled, there was either a certain kind of soil they were using, or wood that they were using that made everything red, and so all their structures were essentially red coloured, and that's carried on throughout the years, down the centuries. Now they paint everything red. Nice big lake, I assume. Fjord, maybe? I'm not sure where the water is. I'm not sure where the sea is. Let's see if we can zoom back out. Yeah, it could be a fjord. We're not far from... Towards the south is the water, so this might be the end of a bit of a river, a bit of a fjord. This is all still Oslo, I assume. Huge sprawl. Huge church down there too. And we're looking at trees. Oh, I wonder if Norways are fond of these little clearings inside forests. We'll find out once we get out into the countryside. Little secret hidden clearings in forests that are suspicious. Oh, they're sus. Alright, we've done 4 minutes of 6.5. Drammen must be over here in this bay. Amid a natural, dramatic natural setting, it said. Yes, look at this, it must be. Look how dramatic it is. We've got hills, we've got water, there's sky. Oh, how dramatic it all is. It did say port city, so this definitely looks like a port city, but look at all these farms on the outskirts. Interesting. Hello, Dramen, I imagine. Roundabout, big highway, freeway kind of thing. Fields and farms. Do we have a football field somewhere? Maybe this could be a football field. Do we have a church somewhere? Yeah, there's a church. Alright, we've ticked everything off. Let's see, another 20 seconds or so, though we're going too fast for the purple line. Alright, well, we're turning already then. 2:14 for 13 minutes and 16 seconds. We're going to Norway. Continue for 39 nautical miles to Norway, a long, slender lake surrounded by lush forest. Let us go then. Oh, more football. More football fields. A baby football field here. That's much smaller than the others, but it's got the markings. That must be some kind of training field or for kids or something, or a different sport altogether. Maybe it's a handball field. Handball's indoors, isn't it? Maybe they do outdoor handball. Norwegians can do whatever they want, I suppose. It's their country. Little town hidden amongst the hills here. Hello. Very green little town. Lots of trees. Little sort of suburban circular streets. What's going on with these green patches down here? Almost looks like a training course for golf, whatever you'd call it. Putting greens and things, but yeah, where's the golf course that goes with it? Are we high enough? I think we might be. I wonder if we should maybe just gain a little bit of height. Let's do that. Just to be safe. We are now coming into some more serious hills, perhaps almost calling them mountains. That'll probably do. Like it was worth doing too. This little jut here, this peak, is actually quite tall. I have to say I'm glad that we've got some mountains. The Finland trip, while it was all very pretty, was kind of much of a muchness. Lakes and forests. The occasional bit of civilization. Hopefully, well, so far already, Norway's got the mountains to look at, some rivers and lakes and forests and towns and cities. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of variety in what we're looking at. So we've done 3 minutes of 13. A quarter of the way there basically. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to forward-facing view in case these mountains aren't as short as I thought they were. I think we're okay. I think we're at least, yeah, probably about 1,000 feet above it. Not too bad. Look at this mountain lake. Cool. This little island. Oh, look at this little island. A couple of little islands, a couple of big islands, and then a bunch of little ones. Why do I feel like there's going to be a cliff here? What kind of fuel system? Do we have left and right fuel? We don't. Let's just have a quick look at that. Fuel quantity. No, we do have right and left. Another one of this. So all planes are like this, are they? Box fuel pump? Where would the actual... Alright. Alright then. Let's try not to crash into the mountain here. Oh, it's not a big cliff. It's actually, it's a bunch of farms. It's a valley. Oh, wow. Look at this idyllic river valley that's already up on top of a peninsula. Brilliant. Brilliant. So pretty. Just, you know, it tickles that, I don't know, something innate. Place of natural beauty where you'd go, yeah, I could live there. On that river, looking at the mountains. Frolicking in the sunshine through the field. You know what I mean. Yeah, look at it. Fantastic little valley. You've done well there. You've done well. Hello, whoever you are. Why am I speaking Irish now? I don't know. I don't know. I always go a little bit nutty on these long segments. Yep, and now we're in the wilderness. Although, look at that, there is a farm there on that little creek slash river. Fantastic. Oh, and another one right here, just minding its own business. Lovely. Hidden away from the world, doing their thing. Alright, we just ticked over 7.5 minutes, so a little bit over halfway. As we look at these lakes hidden up here amongst the trees. A bit of a dam on the edge of that lake. Maybe it's just a bit of algorithm nonsense, or maybe not. I don't know. Don't know what that is. A line over there is next to that, almost an island. Get back to our 214. ticked over 19 minutes. 9 minutes. Hidden little bunch of farms up here in this valley as well. Ooh, they're sneaky. We headed to a lake called Norway. Long, slender lake surrounded by forests. So over this hill, basically, because we're about 3 minutes out, and over this hill should be this lake. Look at this little area. Down near the river. Fucking awesome. I love it. Cool. Very cool. Alright, another 2 minutes to go. A bunch of mountain lakes up here. So, speaking of lakes, where is Norway? Long, slender lakes surrounded by lush forest, which we're going to arrive at in 2 minutes. I guess it could actually be beyond that next ridge. We are moving pretty fast. There is a bit of water beyond that next ridge. Another big, huge farming valley. It's huge. Big town, big town. I guess this is a long, slender lake up here. Oh, there's a church. Oh, can we find a football field? Yeah, there's a football field. And a church. Alright, good, good. My OCD wouldn't be able to handle it. Every town needs a football field and a church. Apparently. Is a rule I've invented. Alright, another 20 seconds or so and we should be turning. This must be Norway. And the O with a slash through it. Definitely Norwegian. Although I believe that could be Danish as well. You know, given we're in Norway, I'm guessing it's Norwegian. Just a, you know, a rough guess. About to be above the lake. Let's see, I would have turned already if I was doing this manually. But seeing as we've got the purple line back, I guess we have to follow it. Here we go. We're right above the lake. 2:32 for 8:55. And we're going to the Solholmfjell Naturreservat. Naturreservat. 26 nautical miles farther brings you to the Solholmfjell Naturreservat, a natural reserve that comprises over a dozen mountains, including Solholmfjell, which stands 2,149 feet above sea level. You'd think I'd be able to see it already then. Although it is 9 minutes away, it may not have rendered in if it's, well, I mean, it's going to be slightly lower than what we're flying, so... Off to the nature reserve. Beautiful lakes and mountains up here. The moon in the sky. Somehow I've gone off course. Bunch of little farms on these islands and things. Wow, that's remote. That's middle of nowhere. That's what we like to see. You're up in the mountains, you're on a lake in the mountains, and that's where you've decided to live your life. Let's hope they've got Amazon delivery drones these days. Road to that lake? It is. Wow. Sneaky little roads. All through here. Oh, look, and look at this. That's a bit of a farm right below us to the left. There's some tracks and things on it. What's that? There you go. There's our sneaky little hidden in the forest stuff. Here's that. What's going on with our fuel? Are we heavy on the left? Because we're definitely suddenly... Oops, that's not what we want. There we go. Yeah, we're heavier on the left. That's what's going on. All of a sudden, we're a little bit wobbly to the left. But it's because we've got more fuel on the left. We're using the right-hand fuel up. As does seem to be the way with these planes. I'm assuming with a very good reason, because they're all doing it. So that means I need to find the pump to move them across, if I want to. Not have to deal with constant left, getting worse and worse left-hand turning. We've just done 4 minutes, so we're just under halfway for 9 minutes. Another little town slash farm area there. All amongst on these peninsulas. Oh wow, people everywhere. So where would that fuel be? Let's see. Digital climate control. Nice. Trim, flaps, none of that. We've got aux fuel pump. That's not what we want. I feel like we've got left, right, both, but that'll just be the engines. Alright. Fuel tank selector. That's what we want. See if it works. Yep. Cool. Not a little bit tricky there. A little bit tricky. And of course, here we go. We've gone way off course while I'm doing that. Anyway, there we go. We found our fuel selector. Try and use some of this left fuel now. There we go. Back where we were. weird because look, I'm just going to put us in level flight here and I'm going to let go of them. I'm not touching the controller at all. Let's see how long it takes for us. Now we're starting to list left now already, yeah. I felt like it would take longer than that. We were probably 30 seconds looking around. So yeah, fair enough. Does this have... It doesn't have rudder trim. Okay. Fair enough. Did it have aileron trim? Yeah, it does have aileron trim. Oh, I don't know what the that I need to use the keyboard for. It's not bound to the controller. Anyway, we don't need no aileron trim. We'll just move the. Why is there a duct tape patch of black on my right wing? Huh? Was that there before? If I just did not notice it? Just noticed it now? Alright, 6.5 minutes of nearly 9, so yeah, probably a third of the way there-ish. What? 2/3 of the way there, a third of the way to go, is what I was trying to say. And failing miserably, as always. Look at that. Ooh, the mountains. I love them. I love mountains. I just do. I just do. I do love them. Any sneaky little hidden things below us? Not really. Patches of rock where trees don't grow. Is that a road? Could be. It is. Look, there's a house there. What the actual... Where the fuck is that? Another little sneaky thing here. Wow. So this must be the nature reserve, given that it says a dozen mountains. We're in amongst it all, and you know, we're about a minute or two away from the next turn. Oh, hang on a second. Let's go back to that. How's our fuel looking? Still very much on the left-hand side. Wait, did I mess that up somehow? Oh, what? I didn't even click. I meant to click. It won't turn. Oh. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. The game has decided that I've got... There we go. It. Why? I didn't even click the mouse button. It just locked onto that and turned it off. And then it wouldn't click at all. Yet another bug. The gremlins. The gremlins. Every time you look inside your plane, it could be the last thing you do. There we go. This must be the mountain. We nearly crashed into it. This must be Solheim fuel because the purple line is now taking us to 178 for 8 minutes 14. We go have a bit of breakfast at Brecker. Fly south for 24 nautical miles to the quaint village of Brecker, which is set amid forest, open fields and enchanting lakes. That was a close one, programs. That was a close one. Crazy what it did there. Crazy what it did. There we go. We're back. We're back somehow. Okay, so let's not touch anything that. Depress stop turn handle to off. Yeah, see, I also should have to click this first. You can't. There's even a safety thing in the real plane that means you can't do that. And yet, this simulation decided to just grab... Assumed my mouse was in grab mode, which it wasn't. And, yeah. turn the selector to off without depressing. Well, the button's already depressed. Perhaps it needs some counselling. Lol. Just what are you doing here, little village, little town, little farm, whatever you are? Just middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere. Cool to visit little towns like that. Just drive along all the lakes and the little mountain roads, and then ooh, little town, middle of nowhere. Have a bit of a bite to eat if they've got a shop, a restaurant of some sort, and then move on with your tour, which we can only do virtually at the moment. Well, I can anyway. Getting my second jab in a couple of weeks, then I'll be fully vaccinated. Still won't mean I'm going to be traveling around, but gotta wait for everyone to get some vaccination herd immunity so that we're not risking people's lives by wandering around. Not that I wander around much anyway when I've got this. Look, I can sit at my desk and see the world. And no one's dying because I want to do that. Win-win. Fairly large town. Oh, hang on. No, not fairly large at all. Fairly large area. I guess you'd call it a town. It's a bit more than a village. It does have a football field. Can't see a church though. Can't see a church though. So our algorithm didn't find a church, although there is almost certainly one there somewhere. Every town has a church, doesn't it? Bit of a stutter, makes me a bit worried now. These times, you know, I've had a couple of crashes to desktop, computer crashes, not plane crashes. Although we nearly had one of those before. Headed out to the water here. About halfway to Brecker. We're halfway there, oh, sitting on a chair. Sitting on a chair. Alright, I'll stop that immediately. Few little farmy areas just up there to the right. And some more. Ooh, what's going on there? The lights are shining off that lake. I thought there was some kind of thing going on with my readouts, but no, it was just the light. The sunlight. More farms, some more fields, some more little towns, little villages around the lakes. We're about 3 minutes out from Brecker, so this is either the outskirts of Brecker or we're not yet at Brecker. Big town there by the lake. Is this the... let's zoom out on this aeroplane. On this thing here. Volume. I'll try and level up a bit before we go too nuts. Looking at stuff. How do I zoom in, zoom out on this? No idea. None. Looks like we're turning left. We are. Yeah, is this... Where are we? We're south. Very south. It could be... I mean, if this is the sea, then we'd have to be pretty much at the bottom of... No, Oslo's a little bit further up. Yeah, I guess we... Yeah, alright. Definitely. This is the sea. Not just... It looks like the sea, obviously. It's gigantic, but, you know, we've had some lakes on some of these trips that were just... I assume was the sea or the ocean, and it turns out was just a lake. And so why would you say the town of Brecka is set amid forest, open fields and enchanting lakes when it's clearly on the sea also? Strange. Very strange. About this? No? Map options. I just don't see anything that is zoom in, zoom out. Can I click on this myself? No. It must be there somewhere. I've definitely figured it out on that particular kind of GPS model before, but I'm not seeing it right now. I'm also not seeing a town here. I guess there's a town just below us in this peninsula, but we should be turning fairly soon. Time's up on my clock. There we go. We want 2:38 for 1 minute 13. Gulnap. Land at Arundel Airport, just to the southwest of Brecka. So, oh well, look, there is a little town amongst this peninsula. It's certainly not amongst lakes. It's the seaside town, from what I can see. Yeah, we're definitely, yeah, the southern tip of Norway. Where's this airport then? Only meant to be 1 minute 13. Hello? It's over to my right. ENGK is where we're going. It's over here. Yeah, okay, so these instructions and the purple line were quite wrong. What's it look like? It's in amongst forest. There should be some fairly white concrete kind of around the grey strip. Slow down. Let's slow down. Let's look at this one. It must be that over there. Yeah, so it must be this. I'm just not seeing the runway yet. It's all white. There's no grey. Alright, we'll just slow right down. Get our flaps down and whatnot. And our landing gear. This is the first plane we've had landing gear for a bush trip. Yeah, that's an airport. Yeah, that's an airport. Up to down. Landing gear down. Beautiful. Bit of power. We're coming in short now. The purple line and the navlog instructions were just wrong. Absolutely wrong. Okay, we're very low. We're very low. We need more power. 100%. 100. Double check that this is ENGK. Yep. need to be over here a little bit. Not used to this plane. Let's start turning. Bit early. Is that it? Yeah, it's it's just weird. It's it doesn't look like it's rendered in properly. How are we looking? Pretty good. Let's get to this view. We've got our wheels down. I think we can probably power off completely now. I've got a lot of speed to work with. Let's see how this plane lands. It's got a front wheel, not a back wheel, so that's good. Ooh, bit heavy, but hey, we did it. We've landed. Get our brakes down, get our front wheel down. I hope that it registers. It does. Nice. Leg completed. Leg 1 of the Norwegian bush trip. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir, goodbye.